Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And welcome to the Wednesday self-care at work show. Every Wednesday, I go live on YouTube to talk about self-care at work. And today is February the 4th, 2026. And if you're watching this live, it is 6:30 in the morning. And if you're watching, and I want to say good morning to you for being up and Adam early this morning. If you're watching this on replay, I want to say good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on when you're watching it. But I want to say good morning, and I am really glad that you're here. Now, let me say something that might sound a little unexpected. The most important time to practice self-care at work is when work actually feels good. When the team is clicking, when you feel competent and confident, when the stress isn't loud, when you finally feel like, okay, this is working. But that's usually the moment that we stop paying attention to ourselves. See, when work feels good, we quietly make small deals with ourselves. Like, well, I'll skip lunch today, or I'll answer just one more email, or I'll stay late. It's fine, right? But this pace won't always be like this. And in that moment, none of that feels harmful, right? But the truth is that burnout doesn't usually come from one day. Think about it. It doesn't come from just one bad day. Burnout comes from long stretches of being capable, reliable, handling it, especially for high performers, especially for people others depend on. See, self care at work isn't crisis management. And a lot of times we think that it's crisis management. That's what self care at work is, but it's not. Self care at work is maintenance. And you don't wait for your phone battery to hit zero before you plug it in. Nobody waits until zero. There's nothing left to plug in their phone. When it starts getting low, we plug our phone in. We don't wait until the car breaks down to check our oil. But at work, though, we treat our energy like it's unlimited until suddenly it's not. And when work feels good, that's when your nervous system is most open to building resilience. And that's when self care at work actually sticks. Now, let's get practical for a minute because self care during good times is not dramatic. It looks like this. It looks like taking your breaks even when you don't feel desperate. It is leaving on time even when no one's watching. It's keeping routines that help you reset, like journaling or walking or quiet mornings. It's still setting boundaries with people you like, and it is noticing early signs of fatigue instead of pushing through them. See, this kind of self care is quiet, it's boring, and it's incredibly protective. And it's how you avoid borrowing energy from your future self, right? Because when we are burnt out, we call on all these energies that we need from our future self to kind of help us get through the present. And let me just say something that I've seen over and over again in HR is that people who burn out the hardest, right? People who burn out the hardest rarely hated their jobs. They're the ones who love their work, right? Talking to myself. They're the ones who were good at it. They're the ones who were proud of what they were building. They were the go-to person, the reliable one, the one who never complained. And because of this, things seemed fine and no one checked the cost, not even them. Self-care isn't about doing less because you don't care. It's not about that. It's about protecting your ability to care without losing yourself. So let's pause for a moment and ask ourselves, what is currently working well in my job? Right? What is currently working well? Then let's ask, what part of me is responsible for that? And then the last question is, what would happen if I stopped protecting that part of myself? See, if your job feels good right now, that's not an accident. It's worth preserving. And I want to give you permission to hear this clearly. You don't need to earn rest by suffering first. You don't need to wait until you're exhausted to slow down. Practicing self-care when work feels good isn't selfish. It's wise. It's how you stay grounded when things eventually shift because work always does. Am I right? Work can be going smooth sailing, and what seems to be out of nowhere, it shifts. But when you're practicing self care while things are smooth sailing, when it shifts, because work always does, you're ready. So if work feels good right now, don't use that as a reason to push harder. Use it as a reason to sustain what's working. Because practicing self care, you're doing it not because something's wrong, but it's because something is going right. If this resonated with you, drop a heart in the comments. I'd love to hear one small habit that you're protecting this week. Share it with a coworker, like, subscribe, and share my channel. Take care of yourself because your wellness matters. Every Wednesday, I go live on YouTube at 6:30 in the morning to talk about self-care at work. I'm Belinda Harris, and I'll see you on the next video.